It was a freezing night in December, the kind that bites through your jacket and makes your breath turn into mist. Snowflakes danced under the flickering glow of the streetlights as three teenage boys trudged home from a long day of shoveling driveways for a few dollars. Their shoes were soaked, their fingers numb, but their hearts were warm, because even though life had been unkind, they still had each other. Half a mile down the empty road, a sleek black Rolls-Royce stood motionless on the shoulder, its hazard lights blinking like a heartbeat in distress. Beside it stood a man in an expensive velvet coat, staring helplessly at a flat tire. That was the night everything changed. Before we dive deeper into this powerful, true-to-life story of kindness, destiny, and unexpected reward, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button right now. This is Soul Spark, where every story reignites your faith in humanity. The man looked out of place in the storm, tall, graceful, and draped in wealth. His coat shimmered faintly under the snow, his shoes untouched by dirt. His face carried the calm confidence of someone who'd never had to fix a tire in his life. The three boys noticed him as they walked by. Marcus, the oldest at 16, Jamal, just 14, but wise beyond his years, and little Tyree, the youngest, barely 12, with eyes full of dreams. Their home was a small apartment in the rough side of town, where every dollar mattered and every act of kindness was its own reward. Marcus nudged Jamal. "Yo, that's a Rolls-Royce. Dude must be crazy rich." Tyree's breath puffed in the cold air. "Think he needs help?" The man looked at them for a moment, hesitant, perhaps embarrassed, then nodded. "I think I've got a flat," he said, his voice smooth but uncertain. "I called for roadside assistance, but they said it'll take hours." Marcus glanced at his brothers. "We got you, sir." The man blinked, surprised. "You know how to change a tire?" Jamal smiled, showing a small chip in his front tooth. "We know how to fix a lot of things." Without another word, they went to work. The cold was merciless. The metal jack burned their fingers, the lug nuts refused to turn, and snow piled up around their knees. The man, whose name was Mr. William Hawthorne, though they didn't know that yet, watched in silence, feeling a strange discomfort. He wasn't used to people helping him without wanting something in return. Marcus barked small commands like a leader in battle. "Tyree, hold the light steady. Jamal, pass me the wrench." Tyree's flashlight trembled in his frozen hands. Jamal grunted as he loosened the bolts. Marcus lifted the heavy spare, his muscles straining. They didn't complain, not once. They just worked, together, focused, determined, until the new tire was on and the Rolls-Royce gleamed like new against the snow. Mr. Hawthorne reached into his coat pocket. "Boys, let me pay you," but Marcus shook his head. "No, sir, we're good. Just glad to help." The billionaire stared, astonished. No one ever refused his money. "Are you sure?" Jamal smiled. "We were raised to do right, even when nobody's watching." The man was silent. For the first time in years, he felt small, humbled. He thanked them, shook their hands, and drove away into the night. As his taillights vanished, the three boys started walking again, laughing, shoving each other, their laughter echoing across the snowy road. They had no idea that fate had just taken note of them. The next morning, the neighborhood woke to the rumble of an engine unlike any other. The sound rolled through the cracked streets like thunder, turning every head and drawing every curtain. Outside Marcus's house, a brand-new Rolls-Royce Ghost sat idling in front of their modest home. Tyree was the first to run outside, still in his pajamas. "Yo, Marcus, Jamal, come look!" A chauffeur stepped out, tall, polite, and dressed in black. He opened the back door, and out stepped Mr. Hawthorne, the same man from the night before, only this time he was smiling. "Morning, gentlemen," he said. "I hope I'm not too early." The boy's mother, Miss Daniels, stepped out, her eyes wide. "Sir, can we help you?" Mr. Hawthorne nodded respectfully. "Actually, I came to help you." He gestured to the car. "This Rolls-Royce isn't for me, it's for them." "Well, not exactly to drive," he chuckled, seeing their stunned faces. "But it's a gift, a symbol of what I saw in your boys last night." He turned to Marcus, leadership, to Jamal, wisdom, and to Tyree, heart. Then he handed Miss Daniels a thick envelope. Inside was a letter, and 3 scholarship certificates to one of the most prestigious private schools in the city, paid in full, tuition, meals, uniforms, transportation, everything. Tears filled her eyes. "Sir, we can't accept this." "Oh, but you can," he said softly, "because last night your sons taught me something money never could, the value of integrity." The neighborhood gathered, whispering in disbelief. Cameras clicked, phones recorded. But the billionaire didn't care for the attention. He only cared about the 3 boys who'd shown him what real wealth looked like. Months passed. Marcus became captain of his school's debate team. Jamal discovered a passion for engineering and began building small machines in the school lab. Tyree started writing stories about the night they changed a billionaire's tire, stories that inspired everyone who read them. Mr. Hawthorne stayed in touch, becoming a mentor and family friend. He funded a community center in their neighborhood, naming it Integrity House. It became a place where kids could dream without limits, a spark of hope in a forgotten corner of the city. The boys never bragged about what they did. They never told the full story. They just kept living with the same quiet humility that changed everything that snowy night. One act of kindness can ripple through time in ways you'll never imagine. Those boys didn't fix a billionaire's tire. They fixed his heart. And sometimes, the smallest hands can hold the greatest power of all, compassion. So, whenever life feels cold and unfair, remember, the road you walk on might just be leading you to a miracle. Keep doing good, even when nobody's watching. Because somewhere out there, someone always is. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Soul Spark for more stories that reignite your faith in humanity. Years later, Marcus, Jamal, and Tyree stood in front of the community center they helped build. A Rolls-Royce still sat parked out front, not as a symbol of wealth but of gratitude. Mr. Hawthorne, now older and slower, joined them for the ribbon-cutting ceremony. As cameras flashed, Marcus looked up at him and said, "Funny how one flat tire changed everything." The old billionaire smiled. "No, son, it wasn't the tire, it was your kindness." And with that, the snow began to fall again, softly, gently, as if the world itself was clapping in applause, because sometimes the richest hearts don't live in mansions. They live in those who choose to care.